Hello everyone, welcome to RPG Wednesday. It's time for Disco Elysium, and also time for Malk to realise that they have not gotten their Windows configured correctly. So bear with me while I do that. I knew I'd forgotten something. What? No. Why Firefox? Why? Took that time of opening Firefox. Say, hey, thanks for choosing Firefox. Like, you're welcome. Been using Firefox for ages. Oh Jesus. Why Stream Elements logged me out? This is weird. Here's this day of weirdness now. This is just absolutely bizarre. Oh, here's the thing. I wonder if Torian disabled the Stream Elements spook noises after yesterday's stream, seeing as they're not here today. Right, there we go. There's that. Move that there. Resize that like that. Yeah, and we're good. Awesome. Right, let's just jump into it, shall we? Disco Elysium, I've got no idea what to do. I think all I'm doing is waiting at this point. Oh, I didn't even preload. Bollocks. See how well organised I am today. Oh well. You get to see, you know, the startup screens, which they're not all that much. I think honestly, actually, just dive straight into the title screen. Oh no, you get a little nice little thing. Welcome, hello, and welcome. It's back to LSD Land. Indeed. LSD Land filled with me not knowing what the fuck to do. Oh yeah. I just finished talking to him. I just got a new item. Oh yeah. Mav Hyundal. Minus 2 to authority, too old for this shirt. Wow. Yeah, just right, smack me right on the nose there with that one. Inspect victim's body. Oh yeah, I've got the volumetric shit compressor thought, so apparently I should be able to maybe give it another try. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I've got the thought, which should hopefully give me another attempt at it, but I think actually I might have already used that attempt. Chat seems empty. Yeah, Woodgren, you are the first and only person here by the looks of it. Yep. Apart from a few lurkers. That's fine. Wednesdays are usually my quiet day. I know Torian isn't here because they are away today. Aside from that, it's just a quiet day. Let's see if I can actually inspect the body now. Excuse me.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is in.
Hey, I got +6 for my ship being compressed.
Smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Pokey, hello and welcome. You've got 2 SCPs currently for the stream. That's impressive.
As you breathe in,
yes!
the odor comes over you.
Yes, I did it.
Mind telling you and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Poppy, hello and welcome. Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
How are things? Not too bad. Bit quiet, but apart from that, alright. Inspect the
The
boots.
material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Why would anyone think that ceramic boots is a good idea? I mean, in fairness, Space Marine power armor in Warhammer 40k is ceramic as well, so ignore that.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
They aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of. Can you have the quiet?
Indeed.
You are welcome to it,
Technically
Poppy.
speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
No, they're particularly long compared to some I recommended before. I mean, to be fair, Pokey, I don't think there is quite that many SCPs which can match the length of 5,000. That was a whole trip, but very enjoyable at the same time. What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
T500 sounds very close to the T51B power armor from Fallout. Last in Europa's proposal. Yeah, there's that one. Yeah, no, I haven't read that one. I've not read that one. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd
That's
if they did.
inevitable.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information.
It's an 001 proposal.
This is one thing he
That
might
would explain it,
actually
yes. Okay. So Kuno might know stuff about the armor. Been spammed by college because they accidentally added me to all the course channels, so you got all the course comments. Jesus, I don't know how you can mess up that bad. Well, basically because colleges and educational bodies mostly don't pay all that well, so, well, especially in terms of their IT department, so you generally don't get people who are massively technically efficient with them, so things like that happen.
The sabatons
Understood.
angle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
Lieutenant draws lines to conversation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Oh, bloody hell.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
So as my track record, I could afford 4 sets of this armor. If I bought nothing else. I understand that we're using a system that basically Discord but for education work. Oh, that's even worse. That is even worse. When it's a specific dedicated system, it usually means it's one of those things that other people don't have that much experience with. So they get brought in. It's like, here's this system. Well, what does it work like? Nothing. It's unique to us. Oh god. Also, which is why I'm confused about it. You'd be surprised at the number of people who don't know how to work Discord. That's a lot, I take it.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How did this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to
DJ,
find
hello
out.
and welcome.
My
This
initial
notification you get
report
because
from
Lou's
the
phone, you got
area
Singularity on
suggests
PC.
he was a
Ah,
security guard for
like
the
Singularity.
hardware company.
Oh,
But
Singularity,
that-
that's really good. I loved that game. I absolutely loved Singularity. Downside neat systems and no specialists to that system. Yep. I remember when I worked for... Oh, God, what was it? Actually, a couple of places I've worked for have used a system that essentially just looks like MS-DOS with a bit more functionality. And I just learned how to use that. I used to be really, really good at it, but now I just can't use it at all because it's been ages. It's Microsoft Teams, so I don't think it's too unknown. Yeah, some people wouldn't know how to work it. I mean, I don't know how to work Microsoft Teams, but then again, Microsoft Teams, as I've heard, is a glitchy, buggy mess. Especially, and so is Windows 11, because apparently Windows 11 has suffered from the Bethesda curse. It's like, I'm not surprised. I'm really not. These are pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
There's that, yeah. Got Bruce Legend on PC, Xbox 360, now Season 2 on PC, Xbox 360. Nice. Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Zero, hello and welcome. Really enjoying murdering people. You and Super Animal Royale. Ah! Love those games. Me, I don't like Brutal Legend, but that's because it's mostly an RTS game. But I do like Singularity. It's a very good game. Pop two people with an emu at the same time. But we already know that emus are deadly. Australia lost a war against them. I thought it was a once in a lifetime event when doing duos, but no, you've done it 3 times, Jesus.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
You got Bethesda's 3.9 out of 14. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. In that same vein, I have now found a copy of Drakengard 1 on eBay. And I bought it because it was £30 with no shipping. Everywhere else I found it is at least 50. So I wasn't about to let that one pass me up. I was like, yoink. So hopefully, in the next couple of days, I will have my copy of Drakengard 2. And I don't give a shit if it works or not. I will have a legal copy of Drakengard. I keep calling it Drakengard 2, but it's not Drakengard 2, it's the first one. I will have a copy of Drakengard on PS2, which means I can stream it, which means I pretty much have the ability to stream the full and complete Nier series. Because it's Drakengard 1, Drakengard 3 sort of, kind of-ish, maybe, but not really. Nier Replicant, Nier Automata, and Nier Reincarnation. There, a few spoons in there. Run your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like the serial numbers on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
Tips the drawing ball ball point of his pen on his tongue. In sequential order, it'd be Drakengard 3, Drakengard Nier Automata. Oh, I didn't realise Drakengard 3 took place beforehand. I might have to play that next. Well, broken order, but it looks like it's going to be Nier Replicant, Nier Automata, Drakengard 3, Drakengard, and wherever Nier Incarnation comes along. I don't know. Thank you for the hydration reminder, DJ. When you bought Legacy of Kain Blood Omen on GOG for about $1, that'll be fun. Oh, yes. I do like the original. In fact, out of that entire series, there isn't a single game I don't like. I like Blood Omen, I like Blood Omen 2, I like Soul Reaver, I like Soul Reaver 2, and I like Defiance. If only they actually continue the game after Defiance. But nope, that ain't happening. Is Hanging Dude naked? Pretty much, apart from a pair of underwear and armoured boots. E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pull the boot off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Yeah, grab the other
stench
one.
fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Because you with the boot on the arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Let go of the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole?
Yep.
Basically letting Goku know.
Zero's Drakengard's Kaine, yeah, and I can't remember what the dragon's name is, but that's Drakengard's Emil.
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
Nothing. Back off, look
The
at the corpse.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
That is not going to be easy to get out.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
That ain't going to be easy to get through them. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is a reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
I sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin
Then
steel
Zero has
wiring,
been though.
parallel strands.
Probably not.
This makes getting him down
I don't actually
more
know.
problematic than I had assumed.
I am looking forward to going through all the endings of Drakengard again. And oh my good god, the final boss. The final boss and the true ending. Oh shit. That's making it more problematic. We're assuming Doctors the Harbour did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No, you feel like it was something else.
I feel like it was something else.
Yes, it often is. This bell worries me.
Laughs and ping pong. Yeah. Oh, good god. I was doing so badly with that boss, and then I realised that the sequence in which it does the bings and bongs is the same every single time. It's not randomised. So basically, I would basically see what they were, write down the combination, do that combination when I retried, and then basically do it progressively until I got the entire thing. When I got the entire code down, I just looked at the code and just hammered the buttons on the control pad. Wasn't actually looking at the TV. I'll even get him up there.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did he climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Makes pulling motion.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Back off and look at the
The
corpse.
cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Well, at least at this point, it's getting close to the point where I can go and talk to the guy who might have seen something. Inspect tattoos.
An intricate web of blue
Almost
lines
there.
stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars,
What will mine be marked by?
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Those don't work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Produces 2 metal capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Let's go to the corpse, peering into it, and the lens is adjusting. Then
A sound, a shrill
Jesus fuck!
breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see the streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Seraphine, hello and welcome.
In case we need it.
Lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. I need a colour perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
He likes it. Slides the camera close tucked away in his belt. What do you need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Cat trapped in bed. Oh, yes, I know that whole thing. Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
As he pieces of rolled up photo paper, it's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy eye looks by. His
Well,
mouth
there's my
moved,
answers
and
to whether
his
Torian
skin
disabled
as
the
colourful as
alerts.
chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye. Reminds me of Suikoden 1, the cup game you could play for money, always had the same sequence. You could save, play with minimum bets until you felt it was enough, write down every outcome as you went and realised play the next bets. Ha! Nice. Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no
Ew.
home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Ew. On that note, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. Back in a sec. I return. It's alright. Oh, and there's the hydrations. Schedule. Sorry, it's fine. Shin, hello and welcome. Boo. For some reason it feels slightly wrong watching this scene while listening to a shanty. I regret nothing. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? That! Oh well. Thank you to Shin, DJ and Poppy for the hydration reminders. Just quickly pull Twitch on your laptop instead because mobile sucks. It does suck indeed. Hugely. Mobile Twitch is worst Twitch.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
So maybe he's hyped up on drugs. Oh! Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh my god! Signature Sherlock skills for the win. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
What do we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor bringing from the yard arm for a short sudden drop? I have another question for you.
Go ahead, copper.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
So you were feeling sexual arousal when they hanged you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Copperdromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling from his lips.
imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
Oh, the fucking necktie.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I never get rid of it. No, I won't. It's amazing. Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
Let's see if I can go back to this.
Maybe
What I'm feeling,
I was
yeah.
getting
First, you have to
my
speak that. What dialect is
rocks.
that anyway?
It's a mishmash, Coppabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
Are you from Messina?
No. My hair is too light a shade of brown. My eyebrows, too. Trust your inner racist.
Well, are you racist now too?
You think I am. You think I was a racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos. That's called profiling.
So you're worth being such
Do I
arousal.
look like an
No,
old
you don't.
Captain Coppadroma?
Oh,
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
I hate you. You're stinking. You're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
A baby affected with harlequinism.
You sure we got out of that one? Coppellini. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Oh, great. I'm going to have nightmares about him. Yay. So we're going to take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink. Thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relax my eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I love it. The first thing there. I think he's dead. Something's coming out. Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Ew.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
That necktie would get along with the toaster from New Vegas. Yes, it really would.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
For some reason, my brain would like the pink to be more pronounced, especially in the neck.
Maybe it looks faint to you. It could be more pronounced, actually. Dumont noté.
Maybe he was strangled by someone.
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
He's been up, see the bruises.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means he fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he's dead.
I agree.
I love Kim's responses. Yeah, he is.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Yep, love it.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Totally dead. Ah. Totally.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Back off, catch your
But
breath.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
I have something I need to know, corpse man.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination.
Let's see if we can do this.
Because-
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up. Copper Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
Welcome back, Shin. What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous? The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you, slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
That's just really unsettling. So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and have a look,
The
look
cadaver
first.
slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Yeah, preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down from there.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant
Well, you could put on
unzips
boots again.
his jacket.
Yeah, I think that might rip the head off though as well, or possibly drop the branch onto me.
And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing. Don't see that happen.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He missed.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe? Damn, with Mark's idea.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
I should have taken the shot. But then again, I'm still hungover and drunk.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can I have a gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Take the gun.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
Shane hit Kuno, I know, right?
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Shoot the mouthy ones.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At
Oh!
least you won't miss.
Point the gun at them! Because I'm have to die first.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly
There you
moves,
go, son.
becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the evening light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
I think I shot the body.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Yeah, I
Phone
missed.
still ringing. You lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The
Whoops.
sudden effect makes your eyes water.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it.
Ah.
Mulko.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. This is boring.
I agree. Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job to get the dead body down from the tree.
Takes his line from me and
It's
holsters
not the
it.
gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like, fucking hooves or something.
What the fuck?
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
That's preposterous. We're not giving you the gun, kid.
That's preposterous. What are you, a fucking earl?
We still need to get him down somehow.
But how?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbour for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Oh shit, kids. Yeah. How do we get inside the harbour?
From the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found. Where your cloak is.
It was as well.
Doable.
To the gates. Let's negotiate.
Let's get to it then. Except it's nearly time for sleepies. Although I have a level up. I'm going to put another one into Inland Empire. So he gets the right sense photo of the hammer tattoo. It says the intricate web of blue lines stretched across the story. You have to admit that's quite cool. It's
The
attractive.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso
How it's gonna
of the
get, yeah.
hanged man.
Maybe
From
point
the
the
right
hand eye.
shoulder
No,
to
I'm not
the
going to try
solar
that again.
plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky.
What's the
But
meaning of this tattoo?
something's not right. For you to discover, you've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know.
Teach him to custom manners. Yeah.
Someone who knows.
Who are you? Gone. Yeah. Photo away. Where's the rest of the armour? Could ask Kuno what he knows about that. Use Kim's shortwave. Yeah, let's ask Kuno what he knows about the armour.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno found a shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
Says to his own, says you.
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What's the tube Magnesolum, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
Because you just let you point at where it was.
You could use some.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I've had enough of this. Let's try fucking you again, the phrase,
Good
because yeah.
call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Wally, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Kim, how are we out here? What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
He's a tube magnesium day. He really avoids smoking. He should. Where's the rest of his armour?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Falls kick up on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Oh, that dude.
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean manana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows.
That gives Kitty a
Trying to
headache.
get the secret to those
Same.
armor.
Same.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
You're just telling me that sounds like kindness of your heart, Kuno.
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day.
Kuno mocks it,
Kuno
swear.
feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity
excuse me.
now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
More than say so. Right now, still something about
You're
science.
testing Kuno's patience here.
They are holy.
Get lost.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Right, now it's after 9. I can go and talk to that guy. He should be home. Let's go and deal. Let's go and talk to him. Find out what he knows, and then I don't know, see if that guy out to the front of the harbour is there or not. Oh, the girl's actually finally gone in. Probably been allowed to go to sleep. Go through here. Right, let me look at that. Well, it will. I just can't do anything about it right now. Slightly itchy nose. It's better than it has been earlier. I'm definitely coming down with something. messages on Discord. Being pinged so much. It's possibly the sibling chat.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Knock.
No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Oh, it is tomorrow. So it wasn't Kim just wants to go to it tomorrow. It was a whole thing of I can't go there until tomorrow. For fuck's sake. What did the nun with the machine gun say to her sisters before opening fire? Make them holy, sisters! Ping popular peep. Even Poppy says I'm a PP. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad that Maury's not here. She'd capitalise on that so much. Right, so let's go and talk to the that guy outside the front of the harbour gates, if he's there. If not, well, we're just going to have to go to sleep and wait till tomorrow. I find it really strange that I met that guy, and he said, there's like, he's not around home until the evenings. Oh, those bottles I can pick up. Yes! Yes, those indeed were bottles I could pick up using this bag. And there's more there. Simple Deli. Kane, hello and welcome. Thank you for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Challenge. And for the hydration reminder. And Poppy as well, thank you for the hydration reminder. You've had free time, too much free time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that could never be good. Okay, let's take off the bag. Let's go in here and pay them. See what I did in Discord? Oh, is that why I've got the pings? Oh, right. Oh dear.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Insert your bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears.
90! Holy shit!
You're a richer man now.
Thank you, DJ, for the hydration reminder as well. So if you got your stream when I was when you said it, oh, don't worry about it. It's not an interruption. It's basically I was just looking down. I was like, holy shit! I've got a number of Discord things. Ah, this guy. Named Mount PP.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I want to get into the harbour too. Because you just remembered you're going to stream today. I'm not sure if you want to. It's completely fair, Shin. If you don't fancy streaming, then it's not a good idea to try and force yourself to, because then you won't have as much fun, and you'll want to quit all the more.
Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostage cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
For spoilers, it's Dragon Ball GT related because I could. Oh god.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
What exactly is a goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Anyone able to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Why just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Why does that huge guy remind me of Stem from Dragon Age Origins? He does, really, doesn't he? I want to check. I'm going to do a very quick check. Sounds like he's going to cause some people to get killed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he most likely is. Photos. Top cast. How do I keep forgetting that Tim Curry was in Dragon Age Origins? Oh, here we are. Mark Hildreth. Jesus Christ, he did a lot of the voices there. But yeah, he's first one is Sten. Might be hair and skin colours. Could also be the voice. Well, just see. What else has he been in? Filmography. Nope, he's not in this. He's actually not done a whole lot. Well, he has, just as he's not done much recently. Nice try, DJ. Yeah. He really hasn't done an awful lot since then. Oof. Tim Curry in Dragon Age Origins? Yeah. I'll Rendon Howe as Tim Curry. Who are these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Tor doesn't turn up. Tor isn't here. I've said a couple of times now. Tor was away today. Don't know who's in that. Yeah. It's amazing the number of roles that Tim Curry's in, and people don't recognise him because when on voice alone, Tim Curry can really do amazing things with it. Okay, what's a dad joke? Pirate goes into a bar with a roll of toilet roll on his head. No, kitchen roll. Bum says, yeah, you've got some kitchen roll on your head. Arr, I got a bounty on my head.
We came here to help the harbour run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union Foxx don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
Yes.
No, they follow the rules of the market.
Always covered in makeup like he was in Legends where Darkness aka the Devil against Tom Cruise. Yeah. Thank you for the hydration, Edition. Ah, Torian, hello! And welcome. Your presence is announced by you banning someone suspicious.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, go on, ask. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet, I know bars. Been out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. Actually, no. Bouncer? Where? For good Lord Bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. You lying? So you said that person is a harasser, just banned just in case. Ah! No problem at all. Thank you very much for taking the advance action. So Tim Curry back in the Red Alert games. In space! Yes.
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Ah, he was lying. Okay, so there's not much I can do with him, even though it said I might know how to. Oh, actually, that's a point. Can I equip the? I don't think I can equip it. Interact. Nope, I can't. Nope. I'll save long. Tony just want to pop in and say hi. No problem at all, Torian. Thanks for popping in as long as you did. Have yourself a good day. Let's see if I actually can make it that way around. Strange thing is that username seems really, really familiar. Don't know why. On Twitter I've seen it. Excuse me. I'll just let it carry me around there.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one is.
I need to put. Oh, I forgot about that. I need to put points. Save your fear. What exactly are we doing up here? Jesus Christ! Scar, hello and welcome, and thank you very much for the gift sub. Very much appreciated. Shush! Don't tell her. I won't. I will not say a word. I will just say thank you very much, Scar. I mean, if she looks at her notifications, she will see it. But we'll see. I'm heading off, feeling a bit tired with the height, so I'll try to take a hopefully short nap. No problem at all, Woodgren. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you for coming as long as you did. I'll speak to you later. What's that going to be doing up
I
here?
was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Gremlins can read. Apparently, for the amount of time that she spends reading text in Uwu voice, either she does read, or she's got one of those Google Lens things which automatically translates from whatever it is into Gremlin speak, which is unintelligible to most people.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
Yeah, not right now. Okay, let's see if we can talk to that guy and see if we can get him to help us. Don't think he will. I need to get more points in Savio Fair before I can try that jump again. I really wish I'd remembered that, because I've only just recently leveled up and I put points into Inland Empire. I really should have put it into where is Savio? Yeah, there is. Oh, it's only one. That's why. Mori, hello and welcome. Oh, someone doesn't look pleased. What's the matter, Mori? Mori wise. Why? Scar, why do you feel the need to hide? Why is Mori coming here in a bad mood, seeming like you're needing to hide? I'm going to try and get 9.5 long night. Well, have a good one. No problem at all, Kane. Thanks for coming as long as you did, and have a good sleep. See you later. Thanks. So now I'm going to Harbour Gate, ask the Jolly Mesk about the armour. Oh, the Jolly Mesk! It's not that guy that I was just talking to. It was the guy sat on the edge. Oh yeah. That'd be why I was talking to the wrong dude about the armour. We're making headway at least. I mean, I thought that this was going to be me trying to find a way to wait out the time until I could go to sleep for the next day. But apparently no, I've got things I can do. A link. That's why. What? Ah. Sky, it seems your plan was foiled because Mori was lurking here anyway. Sneaky, sneaky gremlin. Very sneaky. You do a heckin' lurk. With the primary objective of concerning people. You're a heckin' concerner. And a fripper-rapper. This is the guy.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree?
Thank you, Mori, for trying to scare me.
Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That simple? I just walk in?
Sai, walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Measurehead, I think I met him.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist up there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Aha.
then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
Can you tell me you were supposed to know about the armor?
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
So can you use us to, what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up, 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots? What are the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Go find 1 piece of it, 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Goodness of the good cops. Really get Kim to trust you! Ha ha!
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Good luck talking to you. Good run. I could talk to the head measure and see if he'll help get the body down. I don't think he will, but yeah, no. Can I ask?
Last we saw, your race was being superseded by the Seminese.
You're right, Bolus. Now I need your help to get me. I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Semenine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This guy's not only a supremacist and a racist, but he's also homophobic. Great.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshed's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Does that mean I had to become a 70s supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
I don't want to become a racist. You said the unions, aren't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How's that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Individualism is my... oh, I don't know. Jam's mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've got it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
What the fuck?
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
Racist never makes sense. This is very true, Maury. Very true. I don't really know who the Seminese are. I've recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminese are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericalmasis.
Yeah, it did make sense. This is very true.
And
Very true, Shin.
here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
You would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminese, you're just from Revachol?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the
Pulling his
Seminese
racist theory to
strategy.
pieces.
Spreading
Yes.
through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Just towards the lorry down the street. I mean, yeah, that guy's racist as well.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
Oh my god. That guy down there's a dumb racist. I mean, there's no really other any kind.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Fuck.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
You sure? I mean, that jaw's clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
You have him off guard now. He's preoccupied with his situation with his woman.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That'll be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid.
That's why people like them despise these. So despise these races is such a hateful and unnecessary thing to have. It very much is. Nah, I don't want to subscribe to his theory. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to knock him out. Oh, oh! I've got a +1 because I bested him in craniometrics. Punch a racist! Fucking punch a racist! Oh my god, I did it!
Just like that, instinct took over.
I punched a racist, and I loved it.
You could swear you thought break.
Oh, fucking yeah, indeed. That's the best thing so far. Ah!
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbour are falling silent.
Nothing more satisfying than seeing a racist take a fist to the face. 100% agreed.
All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the
It's
man's
cathartic.
lip.
Wait, what should I do?
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls up into a fist. That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
Back up and forward 360 flying spin kick! I cannot do that, but still. Yep. Oh my god!
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
I love it. I love it. Look, can do that. Yeah, I'm surprised. Just press the button. Don't need to say anything.
As you slam your
Tunk.
fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
Who went into that? I have no idea. I wouldn't expect that my guy to be able to doing a 360 spin kick. It's like, what the actual fuck?
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
Alright. However, there's a fucking box here. That's got some rails on it. Bye! I am so glad I did that! Oh my god, I can actually get into that. Oh, that's so... Of course, press that door to open... Press the button to open the door. Keeping the boss eyes down. I was tempted. Right. That was a huge amount of excitement. I have to go and take a bathroom break for that. I'll be back in a second. I can't get that smile off my face. That was fantastic. I return. Thank you for the hydrations from DJ and Shin. Look how happy they are. I mean, that was literally the essence of fuck around and find out. The bottom, you know, again, demand democracy. So, Dewey typewriter, more names on the back. So I left the coffee machine on. Dark glue in the pot looks almost sentient. Sounds fire cabinet drawer seems to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Oh.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside. he thinks.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
That didn't help. Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. Blurry.
Enwarp, hello and welcome, and thank you very much for the 5 months of being subbed. Very much appreciated. Forces us to go through the folders.
Look how blurry
Bollocks.
all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Could actually focus through not focusing.
You are a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
Yeah, leave them alone for now. Oh! I can try again.
You're trying
Still
hard,
failed.
but the data here is unbelievably dry. Something about containers.
Bollocks.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
La Fumée, Volume 1. Oh god.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Yes, my hostel room
We
calls.
can pick up where we left off tomorrow morning.
Not yet. After we finish here, then yes. Ooh, postcard. Ooh, magnesium. Ooh, shades. Laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river, a little more than a decade after the war. The eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. Ooh, $4.50. Jesus, that is quite a bit. Oh, I can interact with that. Oh, it's because it's a book. That'd be why. I can interact with the book to speed up time. Visual calculus. Either. Oh, dry, a bit dry. The stuff where in unit dock workers' union's office. The perfect scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get to your eye. Good for staying out suspects too. Yoink. I now have glasses. Oh, we've still got things to explore around here. What's that?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
I'll leave that for now. Oh, bollocks, the only one got bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Oh, if I can get my coat. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Okay. Giant arse print on this pillow of the pattern and coffee rings on the armrest. Someone's habitually chilling next to the radio. Okay, so it wasn't that much then. I don't think I'll get another chance to be in here, you know. Because that guy that I knocked out is not going to stay knocked out until tomorrow. He's really not. And, you know, he's going to press the button afterwards.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Grab the cloak.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Yay, I got my cloak back. Oh, it's instead of my jacket. Halogen. So, Spirit to corpse halogen watermarks. +1 shivers no longer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping that on. That's much better. What's that? Collecting rainwater. These 3 packs worth cigarette butts. New essential bottles of Commodore Red and Important Pilsner.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes.
That's me.
It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Can I at least use a bag to pick up the empties? Yes. There we go. Looks much better now. And also means I can sell those. Well, turn them in for recycling anyway.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
Oh, that's a failure. So where René works, I'm going to look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take a picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm going to ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Leave. All around you, great machines and questions. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest in the snow. Composite eye of halogen light watches you, emitting a low buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Can't get over there. Don't think I can get over there yet, actually.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Not doing anything to do with that yet. Okay. See faded industrial lighting on the platform. Kvalsund. Okay. I'm in here at least. Shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Speaker tower silent. There's no work to organise in the yard below. Okay. Money. Money, 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 money. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. That's locked, is it? Not for long. Found Ultra Series gloves. Okay. Clothes. Unfiltered contact. Ooh, half light. Ooh, okay. What does my current gloves give me? Electrochemistry. I think I'll take the Half-Life ones. Industrial sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Oh, that was a thing. Chazquire, is there anyone here? There's a couple of people here. Not many. It's been a quiet day today. I think there's a fair few people here. I think just a lot of people are just lurking. And that's what chat is just, I don't know, broke them. Look, something forgot on the coffee table.
A large table with 2 huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers.
Way too much coffee
Someone
today.
has forgotten a small
I've only had
plastic
one
card
cup.
next
I really
to
need
the
more.
stacks of cups. Peer into a discarded coffee cup.
Look into one of the old coffee
You
cups.
see nothing exceptional. It's a dirty cup, smudged brown, with old ground coffee stuck to the bottom. Slowly getting moldy.
What's supposed to see here?
Look closer. If you squint your eyes enough, the coffee grounds almost seem to make up 2 letters, F and K.
Fuck.
It's a clue.
Clue of what?
A clue about the person behind all the murders. Yes, of course. It's certainly not just an example of pareidolia, noticing patterns in noise. Worth it. It's meaningful, I swear. You just wait. I've got the case nearly busted wide open.
Uh-huh, great. I somehow doubt old coffee is how the police solve investigations.
You would be correct.
Pick up the
You
card.
snatch out the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. The name, Etienne Ogart, is written in the middle. Below it, in smaller text, member of the board. It comes with a magnetic strip meant to open electronic doors.
Oh. I can open electronic doors now with this card. Ha ha ha! Mine. Bad size on the way to rain slow. White waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Time out so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Doesn't seem to be waiting for me to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in the container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Really, the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighbourhood.
He coughs and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everard is usually in his office, of course. But he already left for the day. He always leaves around 10 p.m.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
So if he's left it, so if that's his office I've just come out of, and he's gone, I can go and then yoink things. You got dinner? Nice. I'll do it, DJ. Oh. Stairway parts leading up. Well, go up then. Oh, it's this way. Okay. Taxidermy fish that tells time. That's been cleaned out for the night. Smartman doesn't leave any incriminating documents behind. Bollocks. Have to be dealing with a smart person, wouldn't I? Arse. So basically need to come back here tomorrow when the guy's around. And hope that this area is still open. If it's not, I might have an issue. And be back to square one. Unless, you know, I get to punch that guy's lights out again. That'd be fun. Be a lot of fun. Actually, it's...
Yes?
No.
A rusting controlled marsh. With
That's
a loud
marsh.
grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled.
What's inside the container?
This container. Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
So Maury's the kid, they're too small, probably just leave on the road. Maury's not small. Maury's taller than I am. Constant means whale fjord in Arden.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe. I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
Oh, why not? I'm big.
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband in there.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
I know, but still, open
You
door.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on the door.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Persuade the door to open with rhetoric. Fuck it, why not?
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
Never mind.
Are you satisfied, detective?
Nothing more to do here for now. Bollocks. I want to get in there. But at least I'm now satisfied there's nothing more I can do here at the moment. So with that done, I'm gonna go and... What was this? Oh, won't take me anywhere. But I have my jacket now. I have made progress. I have made a lot of progress, and it's not even been 2 hours. I'm actually doing well this session. I think the street title for this VOD is going to have to be Punch Drunk Detective or something like that. Because the main... Yeah, everyone seems to have gone home now. No, don't do that. No, stop. Stop this. Stop this. See, this is... Okay, this is not even a... This isn't even a PS5 issue now. There we are. I had to zoom out enough for it to let me select something else to make him walk the correct way down there. Now... There's no one else here. Let's go back to the Welling Rays and get some sleep. Schlafen. Why have I got another 3 messages on Discord? What the fuck? So you guys give you paraphernalia, strike poster, some red pennants. Okay. particularly going on here. No open thoughts. Oh, let's just go up then. Let's go upstairs and head some sleeps.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Didn't you smoke, Kim?
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Right then, to the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, and we still have to get him down from the tree.
By not ideal, he means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome was partly his responsibility.
I admit I'm a little out of practice.
Being sober also tends to help with precision. But moving on to the interviews.
552. Other way round, Shin. Exclamation mark first, then quote, then number.
We didn't get to meet Claire, but we did get into the harbour. It'll be easier to reach him tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get out.
And there's Shin's quote, I came!
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Prison 41 practice?
And DJ gets a random quote of Mount can't play EDF. That's a very early quote. I don't want to waste time, you know. Mum moves fast, the rest have to try to keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what's our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebel Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offences, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's
I
primary
won't be here for
role
long because
is
it's curry night.
safety.
Ooh, nice.
We're not really
I mean, I'm going to be
sure
streaming for probably about another hour or so.
of Harbour.
And then there's tonight, there's going to be the first stream of Nio. Ooh, that's going to be scary. Would that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
I see, if someone resists.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couvon and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Wait, so if I kill someone on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
Just saying, didn't you want curry? Ah.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly. by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Same thing. Just hit your knee on the corner, but says, "Oh,
Silence.
ouch."
Great comment to such a conundrum.
Moral intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they
What
believe
do
in?
they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't humanism.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Hey, back up a bit where the bone is there, corner hit my head today. So yeah, stop seeing my job and hitting myself back. Something just looking to the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuraga's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
I love the narration in this, I really do. Funny story, so I have an electric razor to trim my beard with. My dad didn't have one, so I used mine and forgot to leave it uncharged. So out of spite, I used his new one he ordered in probably about 2 minutes and left it uncharged. Oh, nice.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts.
And then Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
So dark similar to the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Because I'm absolutely terrible at opening packaging and destroyed the box that came in. Yeah. See you in the morning. Bye, Kim. Hey. Oh, I got an empty cassette case. Words to describe how rank it smells in here. Should have said a poet. Thank you for the hydration reminder,
A
Emerald.
mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Tool not in hand. That'll never be found. -10 for not having the tool in hand, and yet it was still letting me use the tool. Right, fine. Chain cutters. Let me equip the chain cutters and let me try to fix this fucking thing.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Never uses my emotes unless I challenge nobody. Thank you, DJ, as well, for hydration. Oh, good God. Try not to get a double one.
The faucet is
Holy shit!
but you just might be able to twist its parts into place.
Thank you for the hydration reminder, Shin, as well.
You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose.
I healed some morale.
The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Oh, well. I tried.
The fan stands still.
Oh, there are. Oh, there's bottles. I can get those bottles to the freight. And then after that would probably be an idea to sleep.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
So the size of the
It
impact.
is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture.
I know what it is. I'm just seeing if I can get the XP from doing
Larger
this.
than your fist. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
What a stupid thing to do.
Pretty much. But hey, at least you found your shoe.
Hey, I got 5 XP for that.
Not that it will keep you warm at night.
I love this game so much. Is that it? There's no more bottles. Even as there's this bottle right at my feet, which it won't let me pick up. But hey, I've cleaned up my apartment. Hostel room, whatever it is. Chain cutters away. Oh, that'll be why I was using both. Items. Photo of a happy couple. That's from Renee. Used to tape in this case, but destroyed it in a fit of rage. Something about the entity seeing a small certainty and saying must have rubbed on the wrong way. That song was going 43. Well, sleepy time. Thank you, DJ, for your contribution to VTuber Stream Challenge.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Fuck! This is going to be like, you know, the insomnia.
Sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease.
Check the
It
blanket.
barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite
Still
so
hung
easily.
over. Oh, the other
It's a
side.
little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Time for dreams. Thank you everyone for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Challenge, and we are halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, pigeon on a chair. It's just like he said, see you in your dream. Oh, great, it's me. Well, that's unsettling.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
The brain goes to Squidward on the chair. There's so many that work.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never
Says
coming
Squidward,
back.
yeah. Well, for doing it now, sorry, not saying very long to you. No problem at all, then, Warp. Thanks for coming as long as you did. I'll see you later.
You found Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself.
Red, hello and welcome.
That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the actor's wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
Ah, the ancient reptilian brain.
Stinky Boy.
I didn't realise this was talking about Mal. This game's crazy, but I love it. Same. Trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head. So something is wrong.
Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
The voice acting in this is stupendous.
Good going, buddy.
Hey, I healed all my health and my morale. Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
Because this game is half written in a fever dream and the other half by utter professionals. Or same people. Because if you read any of Philip K. Dick's works, they go somewhat like that as well, and that was written by a single person, although sometimes he was off his face on ecstasy, or speed, was it? Or both. What the hell's going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
True, we're both the same people. No, it's not it. Really, I feel super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
No.
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Yeah. Can I try the mirror again? So it's like those who with amnesia can try sober up rather than forcing any past. Yeah, I do like the fact that it's very much all of the fact that you have amnesia basically means you can write the character how you want to through your actions. I really like that. Guess speed is a type of drug. It is, yes. Speed is a drug. I mean, it's a drug in real life as well. It's not just in this game, but yeah, speed is a drug. Scar, thank you very much for the VTuber stream challenge. And what the... Twitch has just informed me that it's half complete again. Okay. Oh, fine. All knows that Jet from Fallout was based off speed. Yep. Hence, you know, the name. Oh, that area's opened up now, has it? Fair. Good morning.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Why don't you talk to them?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
So many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
By the way, found a total of 1 glitch in the game. Don't know, it was hell annoying. Don't know what triggered it, but basically the lieutenant who won the stay for me ended up constantly having the dialogue bar flashing for the rest of the game and nothing to say to me. Oh, weird.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I've encountered a total of 2 glitches. One of them was more of a visual bug and a bad optimization. The other one was an actual game-breaking one. First time I played this on the PS4 version, it crashed. I tried to take a screenshot whilst I was also in a loading screen and it just completely crashed the game. And the other one was basically whenever I was doing something which required me to have a skill or something, the skill thing would overlap the text so I couldn't see it. Oh yeah, there's also that thing where I had a load of text options. And it would keep scrolling all the way to the bottom and wouldn't let me scroll back up again to see all the options. Which was annoying. But PS5 version, fine. No issues. And no dialogue option, no dialogue bar for Kim. Good. I'm not going to give the money to Gart for the next day until 2 things have happened. 1, I want to have at least 40 reals so I can afford the next day as well. And 2, I don't want to pay for the room and then find out that I have somewhere else I can go and sleep that's better. I want to basically do it close to the end and say, oh yeah, here we are. Because it doesn't have to go through all that for the PC. Yeah, that's of course possible, because I'm very certain this game feels like it was made first on PC and then ported to console.
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Good day, ma'am. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Why did you use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll buy it. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
That's worrying.
But you have more important things to worry about.
What's the expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Hey, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
I may not believe it. There's some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it.
Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you both.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
Fuck.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
I'll see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now, ma'am.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What is this? Picking me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Trust just earned him a job, no need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Well, not send out telefax then, I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
I need a new slot. That's doing the Empire. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not gonna be easy. I just to give a little profile. Okay. Don't just in these sites you can see right through them. Oh, Jesus.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Scoo, hello and welcome. This game is so cool looking. It's so good. It's a really, really good game. I love it.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
You're the gardener.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She puts the man on the right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you Moralington lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah. So
ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Yeah, so let's ask those questions. Talk to Titus then. There's a bottle of spit in it, reeking tobacco. Those men's logos, toting guns and union placards. Oh, great. You see hawthorn bushes outside.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years.
It's not time yet.
To form.
Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there, behind the glass.
There's something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
It's not a very good mother joke, but the room still laughs. Something about those mother jokes just works.
It's not time yet. I don't want. It's a white check, yes, but I don't want to wreck my ability to do it beyond a skill check or skill increase. Revert my gaze. Something I can look at least. Now let's talk to this guy.
This is where you say your bed.
Excuse me. Before sure the man points at you with a beard can.
Detective.
We need to talk about the man I hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
That's exactly what the limbic system said to me.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
The little guy?
Size 41. With the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face. Mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving.
Fat Angus!
Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One is missing the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Found 8 sets of footprints. There's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire. He really respects her.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And
what's the lieutenant?
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Aha, so you just confessed to murder.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Shall I submit past over
The trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
Battle's a beard man. Gangs usually ride the old. Oh, yeah. The old man lets out a annoyed cough and reaches into a pocket around the cigarettes.
Theo's a great guy. A great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys, genius.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Why did you kill him?
Why? Because he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he's a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out alive.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who's she assaulted, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
I'm listening perfectly to them confessing this shit.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
Right, but who did he do it then? This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Easy now, let's just talk.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
I'm just hanging it to occur.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? Haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
How did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Shanky might be lying. They're not quite right here, are they?
Actually,
Fuck!
They're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
Something aggressiveness, I know, right? All of them? Maybe one of them fidgeting, cracking under the pressure? Remember watching Woolies versus play on and off the race supremacy caught me off guard. Yeah. Yeah. So that one that you saw, Scoo, the massive tall racist, I kicked the shit out of him. I punched him in the jaw and then kicked him in the head. And he went down like a sack of potatoes. I cheered. I loved that moment so much.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right, I have questions about lynching.
Like what, copper?
Just murdering like that, no remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Shays Electrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Reunion, what's that?
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
So what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to third-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
Authority godly. Nope. Gonna take off now. I ain't gonna try that. That is no way to do it. There's no way I'll be able to do that. Okay, so let's run the serial number with dispatch. I've got a level. Oh, I can level up. Or I could, yeah. Let's unlock a new slot. Yep. And now we regular law cop internalize. -2 Inland Empire. Nothing funky. Research time 1. It's only 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's not going to take long.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can you run a serial number of a pair of armoured boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50 100 1000. The make and model of the armour is Fairweather T500/VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Bollocks, I should have done that last night.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolerde law enforcement.
Thank you for the hydration from my DJ.
The crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
On the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a...
Close door. Thank you also for the hydration scoop. Run a number of bits of armour, call back in, take all the information, find one armour piece. Get boots off 15's feet. Throw about the photo. Find morale cryptologist, prove your authority to Titus Hardy. Okay. Next one to go to the fleet to deposit those bottles. There's not more bottles on there.
The tear machine stands in the...
Is that bottles?
Clunk into the
Ooh,
machine.
190!
The money appears with a...
I somehow picked up 19 bottles. Jesus Christ. I'm definitely not going to complain about that. Especially as I'm 60 away from affording 2 nights in a row at the Whirling Rags. Let's see if I can get into that office again. If I can get into that office again, then that means that I can use the phone there. Yes! Use the phone there to call the babysitter of
The already familiar cold touch of the
10
machine
cents.
swallows your coin.
Oh,
Seems to be
shit.
Waiting for your next move.
I need to get the number from her. Bollocks. Well, at least I've established I can actually go back into there, which means I can also get back into the union place, which means I can go and talk to the union leader. Let's go down, talk to her again, and try and get her to... Come on. No. There we go.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Tell me about morale
Oh,
situation.
dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
She's going to give me the number.
I hope I've been useful.
What's that position
Just
you
some
have been on?
field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist,
Yeah,
but
we know
they
that.
should have returned by now.
The water lock. That was broken.
Yeah, we've done that.
Oh, sweetie, if it...
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation...
This will surely lead... Yes.
And if you see him, let him... Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, she's not going to bollocks. Oh well. Oh well. I wanted to see if I could help that way, but apparently no, I can't. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind. Still want to go back and talk to the union leader person. Before I do though, be right back for just a moment to take a quick bathroom break. Back in a sec. I return. Sorry about that. She goes for that quote and tries to get another one. Another one. Floating butt plugs. Humanity based one. Is this poop time? No. I had to tell Foxx as I beat up a racist. Give me this nice music all sad and you know, and have nothing to try and do but slow. Yep. Yay! Dragon Party. Right, let's go. So let's go back to that office to try and talk to the person there. See if we can get to the bottom of this. Well, get more insight into this at least. Another Shin goes for a random quote and gets the quote of appreciate huge load. Very much in line with their personalised quote of I came. Can I try this again, maybe?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever.
No,
and the
I need more points of
slides out
volition.
to greet you. The drawer.
Thank you for the 10-minute reminder, DJ. No.
The familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up.
At least it doesn't want me to put in another 10 cents every time I use it. So the 10 cents I put in were already there. So that's something at least. I think I idea what I'm going to do though. I have a good idea. Oh, that's the wrong way. What's this way? Load is huge. It's a huge load when the nose runs. If your nose is running, you better catch it. Coffee and giant thermos is still Walkham. Luke Walkham. Oh my good god, that guy is certainly there. And I think I'm going to cliffhanger people. Because it also means that I can then take the conversation at a length. I was going to say at a pace that I'm comfortable with. There we go. Not at a length I'm comfortable with. That's not what conversations are described with at all. Who's wanting a dad joke? Let's see. Please. So. A man goes into a bar, and with him is a giraffe. And the barman thinks a little bit peculiar, but they're not going to cause. If they're not going to cause any trouble, then no issue. Man and giraffe sit there. They drink. They pay for their drinks. They keep drinking, and they drink and drink and drink. And by closing time, they go to leave. And the giraffe, so drunk, falls over, just stone out cold on the floor. And the man just shrugs, walks over, and goes to leave. Mum says, "Hey, you can't leave that lying there." Guy looks at him and says, "That's not a lion, it's a giraffe." Thank you, Jim, for the hydration reminder. Make piss. Just did. Glad you enjoyed that. So yeah, that's going to be where I'm ending things today. That's a really creepy, eerie background music. So let me just take that. There we go. There we go. That was a bit. Ooh. That was a bit creepy. But I got my first trophy. I got my very first trophy in the game. At last. It's been like, what, 3 sessions? And also made a huge amount of progress in just that one session compared to all the others. I did well. I did well, I think. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be ending it for now. But that game is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's one of my best. Oh my good god. I'm not quite sure how to receive that. Scoo has given me 3 toots. Thank you very much. I appreciate the toots. It's probably something that you don't hear all that much in real life. Apart from certain fetishists. Thank you, Shin, for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Challenge. Neither. Well, as long as we're both, united in some kind of confusion, it's fine. Thank you also, Scoo, for your contribution to the VTuber Stream Challenge. Next stream from me will be tonight at 1 AM, where I'm starting off Nio and hoping to buggery it works, because my computer's a bit of a potato, and it's the PC version, which I got for free because it was free from Epic Games Store a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. Don't know, one or two. Next stream I'm involved in, however, will be today with Scoo. We're doing a kind of a last-minute collaboration. I still have no idea what we're going to be collaborating on together. Piss off bot. Or when, actually. Let me just double-check if there's been anything put up on form of a schedule. 2:30 PM-ish. Just, that is 7:30, so that's in about half an hour. Pop on, hopefully Terraria in 30 minutes. Awesome. So yeah, so stick around for about another half an hour or so, and then Scoo and I will be collabing Terraria. If Terraria fails, we do have backup in the form of, I think we were playing Borderlands 2, but Terraria is the primarily thing. Go poop. Yes, go and take a little nice extended break for yourselves. Go poop, go get a snack, and all these things. And also, word of caution about Terraria. At least on my hand, I have never played it properly. I do not know what I'm doing. I don't know how much, and I think Scoo has only just picked it up as well, so 2 noobs co-oping Terraria. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun few hours. So yeah, go and have a little rest from all that. I will put a ping notification up in the Discord for when we go live. But I'll be collabing on their stream. Isn't Terraria crossplay? I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. I don't know. No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. All I know is that I tried doing co-op with Sharky some time ago, and it didn't want to work. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try and hope it works. And yeah, that's why Borderlands 2 is the backup, but Terraria is the aim. I mean, in all fairness, yeah, Scoo got it on Steam, so hopefully, big fingers crossed on that one. However, until then, until the next half hour, thank you all very much for coming along, and all for your support is all greatly appreciated. Just looking, yes, it is. Oh, fair. It's interesting to know. Yeah, till next time, thank you all very much for coming along, for all your support. I've already said that twice now, but it's one of those monologue things. It just flows in my mind better when I say it all in one go. Until next time, which is in 30 minutes, hope you have a nice evening, a nice afternoon, a nice morning, a nice day or night. If you're not sticking around, I may see you tonight. I may see you in a little bit over on Scoo's server? Scoo's channel. I can talk. Honest. But until then, thank you all very much for coming along again, and for all your support. This has been fun, absolutely amazing. Until next time though, stay safe, and see you later. Bye.